how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. All right, so let's get started. What is your name? Where are you from? And how old are you?
Yeah, my name's Dave. I'm from California, SoCal in particular, and I am 37 years old.
Awesome. And what kind of music do you work on? And are you a singer, songwriter, producer, or all three?
Yeah, the music I do is kind of a blend between electronic, R&B, and rock. And I am a singer, songwriter, producer. I mix. I do all of them.
Yeah, you're 100%er, baby. Those are my favorite.
Yep, yep.
And what were you doing before you discovered the Billboard 500 Club and Breakthrough?
Yeah, so I was focusing on my artist career in a way that wasn't focused. I was just trying to do things on social media that would help me go viral. I was trying to, yeah, figure out ways to, because I knew I had something within my music, but I thought it was always like the marketing end that would take me to the next level. But I didn't realize that it was actually the music that had to be addressed first. And so during that time, before I met Billboard 500 or before I became a member, I was, yeah, really just posting on social media, running ads, trying to get my streams up. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And now I'm here.
And what did you feel like you were most stuck with before discovering us?
Yeah, I really thought it was the marketing, but after discovering you guys, I realized that it was the thing I had the most trouble with was actually the songwriting aspect of making music and also really just emoting whenever I did perform or I did record anything. And just discovering that helped me free up a lot of just, I don't know, it just helped me be more creative in a sense. And so I was able to just write so many songs. Like before I met Billboard 500, before I was a member, I was maybe doing 5 songs a year. Now I'm doing probably closer to 80.
And what made you feel like you wanted to try Breakthrough and that it was something that could potentially work for you?
Yeah. So at first, I didn't think I needed to do breakthrough. It was a lot of cash. And I thought that just through being a regular member of the Billboard 500, it was good enough for me to kind of navigate the music industry. But then at the last minute, I decided to give it a shot and just apply, see what happens. And yeah, I think the reason why I made that decision was because I realized the more I invested into my music career, the more sort of return I would get. Like the universe, God works in kind of crazy ways once we start doing things for ourselves and really investing in ourselves. I feel like that energy does come back. And Breakthrough definitely has brought me so many more opportunities, collaborations, even just relationships with the mentors themselves has been incredible. And yeah, at first I thought it was just about an investment. That was an investment opportunity just within myself. I didn't really know how it was all going to pan out, but that was the biggest reason why I chose to do it.
And how do you feel you've progressed so far through Breakthrough?
Yeah, so far I've progressed in a way that I wasn't expecting. So I guess I'll address the songwriting aspect of it first. Now I'm very confident with my skills as a songwriter, and I don't put so much pressure on myself to make something what people might call a hit or good or whatever. I'm just able to be more free with it with the knowledge that I have. And yeah, some days like I won't even write any music, but it's because I've already learned all the skill sets through Breakthrough to be confident that I can always recall it. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is my like vocal range has increased like tremendously through my mentorship with Scotty Grand. Like he's an amazing vocal coach. And yeah, he's really helped me take my voice to the next level. So that's been great. And the third thing is on the production slash mixing angle. Like I always thought that I was very good at those things, but after talking to the mentors in this club, like Jeff Sajka and yeah, like some other producers, I realized that there's like a different layer of all this. And I wasn't really tapping into that. There's a lot of knowledge that like I thought I knew, but I actually didn't know the nuance of it. So now it's funny because I can pretty much turn out a song, like a fully produced track, like in less than a 24-hour period, which I never thought was possible. But because I've been able to work with the mentors and learn from them, and at the same time apply that practice to the music gigs that I have been getting for my clients, I've been able to work a lot faster, which in turn saves a lot of time.
Awesome. And then outside of the music part of it, how do you feel like you personally changed from being part of the program?
How have I personally changed from being part of the program? That's a great question. Yeah, I think the mindset shift that has occurred just over the past year was really, yeah, my mind shift has definitely shifted over the past year. I think going into Breakthrough, I thought the music industry worked via like incredibly like hard work, but plus like a ton of luck, which it still can be seen as that. But there was like this importance that I always put on those things, and it stressed me out really. But one of our mentors in the club, her name's Wendy Paquette. She's our mindset coach, and she's really taught us that we already have what we need within us. We just have to access that frequency, that energy. And so I didn't really know what that meant in the beginning, and I won't go into too much detail here, but being able to talk to someone that sees the light within us and sees the things that we can create, even though we have no idea that we can, that has been very encouraging and inspiring. And to see everyone else around me in Breakthrough have similar mindset shifts, or they've completely shifted and they're doing incredible things, that has also encouraged me to not only work harder, but just really tap into believing in myself. And I think that's what it comes down to, is that confidence that of course you're going to get if you acquire skill sets. But at the same time, there's another side of confidence that you get once you understand that you're creating your own reality. And that's the biggest mindset shift for me.
What has been some of the biggest takeaways you've had from Breakthrough?
The biggest takeaways I've had from Breakthrough, I think the first thing is the importance of community and building that organically, not just within like my immediate collaborator group. That's very important. Like those relationships I'll take with me forever. The friends that I've made in Breakthrough and the work that we've done, like I'm completely just in awe with what we've been able to achieve. But on the other side of that too is connecting with fans and the marketing aspect of actually taking your music and showing it to people and being confident with it and being like, hey, this just needs to find the right people. And once you have that moment of connecting with people that do love your music, and they they want to discover it and share it with their friends, but at the same time they want to um they're just so excited because I'm not like a big name in the music industry. So there's like this other thing that happens where they feel like they found me first. And I think that connection, it just makes everything so much more real and deeper. And so I've understood now like how important it is for me to build something where people can come together and share their stories, whether it is around my music or the things that I've inspired through my art, or even just, yeah, even just a place where, like I can be vocal about the things that I believe in.
Awesome. And what has been the biggest light bulb moment for you?
The biggest light bulb moment for me. There's a lot of those. Let's see.
You can name them all.
Yeah, okay. I think the biggest light bulb moment for me, it definitely happened in Breakthrough in its own way, but it also happened when I first met the mentors of Billboard 500. And it's that like we all think our music is this like incredible thing because we made it. And so I I've always had an ego around that the stuff that I made was really good, and that whenever I got critique or feedback from people that definitely have done greater things in their career than myself, there was always kind of like this resistance to that. But it's funny because now I don't like, I welcome it. Like I want that. And one thing with Breakthrough is we have mentors that will just, they'll really tell you how it is with the song and they won't sugarcoat anything. And some people might think that's harsh at first, but it really does help you level up to the next level, which you didn't think you could even access because you were just stuck in your own sort of reality where you thought everything that you're doing was great. And I just love that. I love how honest and transparent the mentors have been, and the fact that I can ask them at any time, hey, what do you think of this song? And they'll be real with me. And the reason why I think that's a big light bulb moment for me is because as an artist, like it's hard for us to hear that. It's hard for us to hear the truth behind our music and the things that we might be lacking or the things that might need some cleaning up or elevation. And so whenever someone can come in and point out the things that making us weaker, whether it is in our music, whether it's in our branding or marketing, those things can really help. And at the end of the day, we take it with a grain of salt, right? Like I don't have to apply those things. But what I've noticed consistently within Breakthrough is whenever I did apply those things from those critiques, yeah, my music, my branding, like the marketing aspect has all progressed even more, like to a higher level. Yeah.
Amazing. And what's something that has surprised you?
See, something that's surprised me. Okay, something that has surprised me being a part of Breakthrough has been the amount of songs that I've been able to write. Like I always thought before I started doing this that I'd be maybe writing around 5 to 10 songs a year. But as I previously mentioned before, I'm writing about 80 a year now. And a lot of them are for clients. And so I'm getting paid like a livable, more than a livable wage to do this, that is very surprising. And that's all happened during this time while I was in Breakthrough. And I was ready for those opportunities because when labels or brands or companies, clients, they call me, they're like, hey, we need 20 songs in a month. I can deliver that. And not a lot of people can do that without using AI and all this corny stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But I was able to fulfill these contracts. And the response that I got from my clients have always been like so positive, and I think that's why they want to keep working with me because the quality that I'm putting forth is at a very high level. Whereas before, I would send off my music to labels or these companies in hopes that I would get a gig and I wouldn't get any response. And I'd be like, why am I not getting a response? But it's because the quality wasn't there.
And what advice would you give to your former self? Think of it as someone who maybe doesn't know anything about Breakthrough or the club. What advice would you give them if they were potentially considering joining our community?
The advice that I give to my former self before Breakthrough would be the more that you invest into yourself, the more that it is worth it. Because even if sometimes you don't make the best investment, like you'll still learn from that experience. And Breakthrough was definitely the best slash the right investment because it did change the course of my career. But never be afraid to invest in yourself.
Awesome. And what's it been like working with hit songwriters, producers, and mentors?
Working with all the hit songwriters, producers, and mentors from Breakthrough has been a crazy learning experience. I thought I had the chops before coming in here, but seeing people like Lauren Dyson work on music, hearing people like Scotty sing, it's just, yeah, it's a different level. And you just get humbled by it. Like, you're like, dang, but in a good way, because although it is humbling to see people work at this insanely high level and churn out songs that like sound like hits right off the bat, you do walk away from that experience with this idea of if I keep at this, I can definitely do this too. And if I keep learning from these people, then yeah, that time where, that happens for me will just be shortened.
And because everyone in the program has accountability, what has it been like having that accountability?
Yeah, the accountability that I've received within Breakthrough has really kept me on my feet because I didn't really schedule things out before. I was just this free flowy musician, artist, whatever, just wake up and do the things that I wanted to do, which is great. But now, like, my calendar is just locked in, and the accountability from Breakthrough really helped me with that because since I'm working in multiple sessions a week and at the same time like dealing with different brands and clients, I can't just wake up and do whatever it is I want to do. I do have to be accountable to myself. I have to build trust within myself, but at the same time, like, having others trust me too, right? And Breakthrough has helped me build that trust within myself, as well as in return having my clients and everyone else trust me.
And I know that we have marketing coming up this week, the next few weeks. But I know you've already started to implement a lot of what Adam has been doing because you also have joined the Modern Musician program and learned a lot about their system. Can you talk a little bit about what you have implemented so far and what kind of results you've seen?
Yes, so Adam's been kind enough to share with the Breakthrough group all of his marketing strategies, and I've implemented, or I've almost implemented all of them. The ones that I have right now that are going that are working very well is the website funnel and the email list. So I've only been spending about $3 a month on ads in the past month or so. And I already have people signing up saying that they want to pay a $300 per month membership for my private community, which I haven't even marketed yet. These are just questions that kind of come off the survey that I'm emailing out. And my my email list has grown. Like, I've never had one before. Like, this, it's crazy that I can see them all on a map and I can give them a phone call or I can email them and be like, hey, thanks for joining my community. And yeah, my streams have gone up too, which is something that I've always struggled with because I always thought that it had to go, streams going up had to do with something with virality and like being on TikTok all the time. The biggest takeaway for me has been my newfound sort of interest in social media and creating content rather than consuming it. I've always been afraid to create it because I'm just a self-conscious artist. I don't know how to put it. But when you have people signing up for your community, telling you how your music has changed their lives, you throw all that stuff out the window and you're like, okay, I'm literally making content to service people that I'm connecting with, right? And it's not really about me anymore. Like, it's not about my feelings, about how insecure I am. It's literally about this person that's listening to my stuff. So seeing it from that perspective has really helped me shift. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm posting a lot more frequently on socials. Plus, I'm doing the running the ads and setting up my funnel and email list, and I'm combining those two things. And the results so far, even though it's only been a month, have been amazing. But I'm really excited to see where it goes next.
Awesome. And then what do you have coming up? What are some of the goals for the future?
Hmm. Wow. Yeah. Goals for the future. I just want to keep getting better. I just want to keep making incredible songs and, yeah, leveling up in all aspects, whether it's my skills as an artist slash musician, my mindset, and also my finances. And music is what I'm here to do. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for a long time.
And I know obviously music is something that you're doing full time. What are some of the biggest wins that you've had? Can you talk a little bit more about that? And maybe if you can mention any of the companies that you're working with, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so since I started with Billboard 500, I've worked with Rock Nation and I've worked with Paramount. Recently, I closed a five-figure deal for 20 songs in a month. And that was, yeah, that was awesome. And let's see what else. I've gotten placements with bigger artists, and I've also gotten placements within television shows as well, which has been really cool. And that's an ongoing thing too. So I'm excited to see how that looks like on royalty statements and all that. I've been able to collaborate with incredible people, not only from this club, but also here in Los Angeles and around the world. And yeah, there's a couple things in the works right now with some K-pop labels, which is cool, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Awesome. And any final advice or tips or anything you'd like to share with someone who might be considering breakthrough?
Some advice that I would want to share for someone considering breakthrough. Yeah, part of me wants to say, just do it. Just sign up for this. You're not going to regret it. But at the same time, I do have to forewarn you and let you know that it is a lot of work and dedication, not only to the program itself, but to yourself. Like you really have to want to level up. And only you can hold yourself accountable for that. Like joining this program isn't going to do that for you. It'll help you, give you the resources to do it, but it's really a thing that you must decide on your own. And I think that is probably the advice that I would have even given myself, because there was times where it was hard. Like it's not easy like making the songwriting camps. It's not easy like making the meetings with all the mentors. But sometimes you just have to look at your schedule and be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to call off this thing in order to make this group meeting. I'm going to clear my entire week so I can make an artist camp. Like those are decisions that you're gonna have to make, and they might not always be easy.
Thank you so much, Dave. It was awesome talking to you as always. And it's been amazing to see you as a unicorn rise, I think, in this community and really put everything into practice. So I just want to, give you a huge shout out because you have really gone all in and done the work. So I'm very proud of you. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. And I look forward to chatting with you later.
Thank you so much.